Hello and welcome to my final performance task video presentation. Today I'll be talking to you about climate change and its effect on agriculture. Enjoy. So where does this take place? Well, climate change will affect agriculture all around the world. However, I will be focusing on Canada because it is here where it'll have the most effect, specifically in the prairies. So now that we know where it is taking place, we have to know why. Well, climate change is affecting the whole world. However, research shows that it's affecting Canada a whole lot more. Due to Canada's specific climate and location, our warming rates are about double the global average. So now let's talk about stakeholders. The first stakeholder I'll be talking about are the heart and soul of this country, farmers. The prairies are home to more than 80% of Canada's agricultural land and are warming at an alarming rate. This is possibly a good thing, as hundreds of thousands of acres are starting to become cultivatable, which means we have more space to farm and grow crops. The next stakeholder is the Canadian government. While other countries' agriculture seems to be slowing down, Canada's is speeding up. If you take into account that Canada also has more agricultural land, we could become the leader in food and wine production. This will obviously be extremely good for the Canadian economy and the Canadian people. Rob Bonnet, president of the Canadian Federation of Agriculture, said that Canada is one of the few countries where climate change may create some opportunities for growing crops in northern latitudes. This means that the government is clearly excited about this as well. The last and final stakeholder is, well, us, the people of Canada. More space to farm means that thousands of jobs will be created. On top of this, we may see new types of fruits and vegetables grown here due to the changing climate. So far, I've talked a lot about the positive effects of climate change on agriculture. However, there are a few negative ones to note. The main being unpredictable weather. Natural disasters like mudslides, snowslides, washouts, tornadoes, and blizzards will all be more frequent in the future. These things can be devastating to crops and livestock, and with warmer summers, heat wave deaths are bound to increase. So how do I personally feel about the topic? Well, I think a farming expansion would be great for Canada's economy. Canada's growth rate could also increase, which I'll touch on later, and with more jobs from the farming expansion, unemployment rates would surely decrease. The Klondike Gold Rush in 1896, Canada, led to a very high increase in immigrants to Canada. While not as fast and most likely not as high of an increase, a similar thing may happen to Canada. It would be over a longer period of time as new areas of Canada start to become farmable. We could see an increase in immigrants, specifically farmers, coming from other countries as harvest rates slow down all around the world, except for in Canada. So what impacts could this have on our personal lives? Well, in the future, farming in Canada could become a much more profitable and popular profession, so many students like myself may consider it later on in life. So what is my solution to this very controversial topic? While climate change may be a good thing for Canadian agriculture, we still need to do something about it. The first solution that comes to mind is similar to what California is doing. The state of California in the United States has started to heavily tax CO2 emissions, so factories that are outputting a lot of carbon dioxide will be taxed heavily. This encourages companies to become more green to evade the tax, and it is clearly working for them, as CO2 emissions have dropped steeply. In conclusion, climate change may positively affect agriculture. However, the overall risks outweigh the benefits, so the necessary precautions must be taken to slow it down. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you learned something new. I'll be submitting all my sources and research to Google Classroom